All right, to start the test, you buckle up. You want to put the car in reverse. Whenever you go back, you look back. So you should always be looking behind you the whole time. If you get hit, if you hit somebody backing up, it's always your fault. Anytime you leave a private driveway or parking lot, you have to make a full, complete stop at the sidewalk. Look for pedestrians, and you creep forward and you stop fully again. That's the law. And you look for cars, there aren't any, and you turn to your right. You come to the stop sign here. It's just a two-way stop. Your stopping point is going to be the sidewalk. You have your signal on to the right. You make a full stop. You see no pedestrians. We can't see anything to our left. So as these parked cars are here, we're going to creep forward, and I'm going to turn the nose of the car so I can see clearly down the left side before I go. The speed limit on the entire test is 30 miles an hour. I'm going to take a right at this stop sign. I have to make a full and complete stop at the sidewalk. She's not close enough to me, so I'm going to creep forward and go ahead and roll up. And I see there is a car coming. When I turn on this particular turn, I'm going to stay all the way to the curb. I'm going to hug the curb, even though it's just one lane, and that will eliminate having to change lanes at all. And I don't want to have to change lanes if I don't have to. Make my stop behind the white line. Just glance right and left, make sure nothing's coming. Right now, so it's a green light with a walk sign, so I see there's no pedestrians. So I continue looking ahead of my path. This road's a little tricky. If you look down this road, you want to definitely hug your curb. And again, you don't go over 30. If you go one over, it's an automatic failure. So when you're going down this road, it looks like you need to stay over to the left, but you don't want to do that. You want to stay right next to the curb. And by doing that, you no longer have to worry about changing lanes. Anytime you stop behind a car that's in front of you, you want to be able to see the tires on the pavement. A, so I don't hit them, and B, I'm not going to breathe in all their exhaust fumes. Should hold the wheel at 9 and 3. If you hold it at 10 and 2, the airbag can blow your hands back and break your face, so you want to always have your hands pretty much around 9 and 3. You're going to take a right on Walnut. Always signal 100 feet before you turn. So we have the walk signal, there's no pedestrian, so I'm going to continue with my turn, always turning into the first available lane, and that's what the law says you have to do. Then you're going to take a right on Reynolds Street. Again, my responsibility is to look for pedestrians crossing, and there aren't any, so I'm going to continue with my turn. We will come to the uphill park. The uphill park takes place right past this driveway. You signal up, you just glide over, and once you get close to the curb, you start using your mirror to see where you're at. Put the car in neutral, turn your wheels up, and away, let the car roll back, stick it in park, and use your parking brake. to pull away from the uphill park. You signal your intention, you put the car in drive, you physically look behind you and out your side mirror as you push off, and then once you push off, you will straighten the wheel. Now we're going to come around and do a inside turnabout. You signal before you turn. And signal to take the first alley. When you get your car straightened out, a couple feet in, you're going to put the car in reverse. Again, you look back, you go back. So you're going back, you're looking back. And you want to go back until your bumper is inside turnabout. Turn all the way. And as I go back, I will look back. And you have a perfect inside turnabout. Straighten out as you go. Stop sign, we're going to signal 100 feet before we turn. There is no white line, so you're going to stop before the sidewalk. Once you make that full stop, if you don't have a good view, you roll forward until you do have a good view. Tricky parts to the test is one of this two-way stop sign. You'll have parked cars and they're sometimes difficult to see around. So you'll make your full stop again with no white line. You'll stop at the sidewalk, and we will definitely watch for this pedestrian here. He's kind of moving slow. Looks like he's turning, so we'll creep forward now. We see nothing to the right, but we keep our head going back and forth until we're absolutely positive. We never can be too sure. You're going to take a right at the next street, which is Klein Street. What we're responsible for is pedestrians crossing, and there are none, so we're going to continue with our turn. Getting to the stop sign ahead, again, it's a two-way stop. There's no white line, so our stopping point is going to be the sidewalk. Once we make that full stop, we're going to creep forward. There are some parked cars to the right, which are hard to see. So I'm going to creep forward, looking full stop. We're going to creep forward. There are some parked cars to the right, which are hard to see. So I'm going to creep forward, looking both ways, and I can see clearly now. So now I'll go across. So that's another difficult stop. Then you signal into the parking lot, and the driver's ed test is over once you make your final park. You pull in. You're going to be very cautious. This is where a lot of people are that are just learning to drive, or they're a little bit elderly. And you'll come around and you will park your car, which I believe right now all the spots are taken. So we will not be parking, but you would just park and end the test.